was a boat, could you steer that sailor? Make it feel like it's a 1960s Hollywood trailer. Classic like cars, classic like Elizabeth Taylor.
If you're a girly girl and you love like preppy, classy, chic things, and you're not already riding horses, you need to be riding horses, because look how cute my outfit is. My little boots and spurs, so cute.
Make me wanna say, hey, it's me. We've been talking twice a week. I like the speed. It just makes me wanna say, hey, it's me. We've been talking twice a week. I like the speed. It just makes me wanna say.
Come horseback riding with me. I love picking up new hobbies, and becoming an equestrian is one of them. So I guess you can say this is the start of that journey. Meet my horse of the day, Georgie. He is so kind. This isn't my first time riding, so I'm familiar with the basics, but today we took a trail ride and the views were just so beautiful. The ride was amazing. Georgie was such a good boy. I will say I didn't realize how much leg strength riding required until the next day when my legs were sore, but honestly, it wasn't too bad. After the ride, we took a tour of the stable and met all of the beautiful horses. It was such a beautiful Saturday spent at the stables, and I can't wait to come back. Bye, babes. Come horseback riding with me. I love picking up new hobbies, and becoming an equestrian is one of them. So I guess you can say this is the start of that journey. Meet my horse of the day, Georgie. He is so kind. This isn't my first time riding, so I'm familiar with the basics, but today we took a trail ride and the views were just so beautiful. The ride was amazing. Georgie was such a good boy. I will say I didn't realize how much leg strength riding required until the next day when my legs were sore, but honestly, it wasn't too bad. After the ride, we took a tour of the stable and met all of the beautiful horses. It was such a beautiful Saturday spent at the stables, and I can't wait to come back. Bye, babes.
Y'all know that saying, Mary had a little lamb. Well, guess what? She's about to have a little horse. Be quiet, honey. I'm making a video. Watch me as I explore my very first equestrian class. Before attending this class, I did already have minimal riding experience, but recently my heart told me to invest into proper training. I definitely feel like this is the Texan in me. I mean, like, you can take a girl out of Texas, but you can never take Texas out of this girl. Upon arriving, I was greeted by both instructors who showed us around the barn and how to properly brush and tack up our horse. This part was so relaxing because there was no rush. This class was 2 hours long. Because this was technically a first-timer class, we got acquainted by starting with the basics. Example, how to mount a horse, dismount a horse, guide a horse, and other basic commands that we need to know. I can say this isn't for everyone, but if it's for you, you'll instantly know the moment you arrive. What do you guys think? Would you explore equestrian?
I wish you bluebirds in the spring to give your heart a song to sing, and then a kiss, but more.
I fall in love at least 5 times a year, with hobbies, not people. But anyways, the new love of my life is horse riding, so I headed down to Lee Valley Riding Centre. Today I was doing a 30-minute drop-in class, which was outside for the first time because it's normally in the indoor centre, so I was really excited for that. And I'm riding Sally for the second time. She's the smallest horse they have, probably because I'm the smallest person in the group, but she is feisty, I can tell you that. So the class includes walking, changing directions, getting used to balancing, getting used to the reins, that kind of thing. We also got to pick up the pace, we did some trotting. When I tell you, sometimes that can be a bit difficult, especially as a beginner, which I am. But yeah, I really enjoyed the class and it was just a nice way to get out and enjoy the weather.
Said he calling from Atlanta, say he miss me. Well. Guess better send that private out to get me. Expect this to be a long, cold winter. You fucking with a stone cold sinner. Fucking with me, you got no regrets. Fucking on me, know I do it best. Fucking on you, only want the net. I know how it goes. They fall in love every time he kiss me. Well.
Sweet life, sweet life, sweet life, sweet life, sweet life, a sweet, 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 sweet life, sweet life, sweet pie. You've had a landscaper and a housekeeper since you were born. Sunshine always kept you warm. So why see the world if you got the beach? Don't know why see the world when you got the beach. Sweet.
Couldn't get you. They never will. You see, sometimes I hold you closer just to know you're.
Wow. Well, this is going to be my personality for the rest of my life.
And who am I? That's one secret I'll never tell. The only one. XOXO.
Roll up, and kick it with my teeth. Roll up, tied a head by Patty and the G. Roll up, all my ladies hot, come and roll with us. If you think that you hot, then roll up. Rolling up, rolling up, rolling up, rolling up, rolling up, rolling up. Rolling up, rolling up, rolling up, rolling up, rolling up, rolling up. I got you looking back like wow. Need a double jump was that fucking bow. That nigga wife me. Got another shorty, she ain't nothing like me. Yeah, about to catch another fight. The apple bottom make him wanna bite. I just wanna have a good night.
There's not much time left today. Life is a highway. I wanna ride it all night long.
Come with me as I go horseback riding for my 23rd birthday. So we started off going to Goodwill because we were trying to find like horseback riding attire, you know. So we found something, but he couldn't fit his. I could fit mine, but it was too cold, so I wore my jacket on top of it anyway. So as you can see, I was excited because it's something that I really wanted to do. I love animals. So driving down this hill was real steep, but I got to see the horses and I was excited upon arrival. This is the horse ranch. It was called JD's Horse Ranch, located in Atlanta, Georgia. It was a chilly day, so we were introduced to all the horses. I forgot her name, but my horse's name was Shade. So my guide was telling me that I was getting on pretty easily, and I was telling her that I was pretty limber. I'm a stretch coach if you didn't know, but we went on the hour horseback trail ride, and it was so nice, so peaceful, except a few scary parts, but you know, you get used to it, kind of, sort of. This experience was so fun, and I definitely want to go back to take horseback riding lessons.
I'm afraid of horses, but I decided my birthday was the best time to get over that fear. I'm so glad I went to Southern Grace Farm in Maryland. The instructor was so gentle and she showed me all the basic techniques that I needed to have a successful first time. As soon as I got on the horse, I was ready to get back off and just call it a day, but my instructor Karen was so patient with me, and I ended up surprising myself by making it through the entire 1-hour tour, and after I was done, I was not ready to go back home. And at the end, Karen decided to show off her skill and show us what a professional horseback rider actually looks like. So a big thank you to Karen and Southern Grace Farms for helping me get over my fear of horses, and I can't wait for the next session.
Let's get into things to do in Houston for a cause. Ignore my voice because homecoming tore me up, but I had to come show y'all this. Alright, so I pulled up to Bella Ranch, which is in Spring, Texas, and when I got there, I went ahead and started signing my waivers. While I got those signed, they went ahead and prepared the horse that I was going to be riding. I'm prepared for this jump scare because I literally almost jumped my darn self. I said, wait a minute. So I then got on my horse, which I believe her name was Haley, but don't get me to lying. Anyways, you guys, so at first we're walking down the street and I'm thinking this is the majority of the ride, but then they're like, no, wait, there's more. We go behind the gate and then we're in this beautiful open field with the most prettiest lake. Now, what makes Bella Ranch special is that the proceeds go to rescuing horses. The horses are rescued, you guys. Like, all that money is going towards making sure these horses are okay and live a better life. Now, this is a family-run business, you guys, and they are so knowledgeable. They are sweet. Literally the kindest people I've ever met. They asked, was I comfortable going down hills? And I'm so glad I said yes, because look what we came out to. This is what we came out to, you guys. This is just stunning, okay? This was out of a movie. Like riding horses on a secluded beach. Tell me that's not on everybody's bucket list. I mean, it surely was on mine. When I tell you I didn't have a single worry, I didn't think about a single bill while I was on this horse ride. And one thing about it is they're going to make sure you're comfortable at every step. So if you want to try it, you can try it. If you want to just putt along, you can putt along. Me personally, I want my full experience. So I did all of the above. I even said, let's go on to uncharted territory. But here is the true highlight. Tell me this ain't out of Disney movie. Seabiscuit who, Secretariat who, you can't get this nowhere else, y'all. You gotta go to Bella Ranch to see this type of stuff because I've only seen this in my dreams. And yeah, I'm obsessed now.
These roads of flames are catching a fire. Showed you I love you, you call me a liar. Oh no.
I bet y'all didn't know I was a horse girl to take you on one of my lessons with me. So the first thing I do is a super low bun because I do have to wear a helmet when I ride. And then I stock up on SPF on my face because I'll be outside all day. And then I pick out my outfit. I went to go very neutral and brown today. I always put my fanny pack on because that's where I keep my keys and my phone when I ride. And then I put my riding boots on. And then honestly, I just grab my keys, my water, and I head out and head to the stables. So when I get to the stables, the first thing that I do is wash my hands. And then after that, I go grab my helmet and put it on. This is why I have the very low bun. Honestly, we just get straight to it. Mount my horse and I let him get a little bit of water before we hit the trails. So some of the stuff that I worked on today was my post trot and my post canter. I rode Wizard today and he's such a rough ride that I always have trouble in the seat. Even right here, you see I had to check him to check his speed. And this was me trotting. I did have a hard time cantering, as you can see me grabbing my saddle. I got the hang of it later in the session. But when we're done, I just put Wizard back in his stall.
TikTok called me to my first horseback riding lessons. So I threw on some shoes and pants that I had. We got to the stables. I had to sign some paperwork. And we went to the back where all the horses were. There were so many. I got Joey. This is me cleaning him off before we get ready. I'm cleaning out his hooves, which was interesting. Then we're putting the saddle on him and making sure it's all tight. That's me putting on the helmet. And then I'm getting the bridle on, which was pretty easy. So now we're walking back to where we're gonna ride. This is me jumping on like a pro because I does this. Then I did some drills going in and out the cones for my turning. Then I was getting comfortable practicing trotting and the standing up with one hand. Then I did it with no hands. So here I'm getting a little bit of the hang of it. And then now I'm so serious. I'm really like getting into my vibe now. This is where I was like so focused. And then we're done. I had so much fun. Bye.
When I say soft life, this is what I mean. So come spend a weekend in the countryside with me. I woke up super early, had the most delish breakfast in bed, and then I had a nice long bath. And honestly, it was just the most stunning morning. And in true fall fashion, I spent the morning binge watching Gossip Girl and Gilmore Girls. And then I got ready super quickly because I wanted to take advantage of the weather and go for a bike ride, which was a perfect excuse to wear my new Uggs. So this is actually my third time at Cove Park, and the reason I keep coming back is because it's actually just so stunning here. I haven't been on a bike in God knows how long, so it was just perfect. Then we headed back, I got changed and ready, because one thing about me is if there's a horse, I'm absolutely getting on it. So I hopped on the golf buggy all the way down to the stables, and do you know what I truly want in life? Let me tell you guys what I truly want in life. I want a big ass apartment in London, and then I want a gorgeous house in the middle of nowhere, a couple of horses, a couple of sheep, a couple of goats, a couple of chickens. Basically that. And I want to be the Black Lydia Millen, so if you guys see my rebrand in a few years, don't be shocked. Anyway, this gorgeous boy is called Zulu. I've ridden him before. I would buy him if I could, because he's just a little dream. But once I improve my grooming, probably at some point next year, I will buy a horse. But it was such a pretty stroll nonetheless. My younger brother watches all my lessons, and now he somehow thinks he's a pro at riding, even though he's never been on a horse. But we headed back, got changed and ready, and then we had a nice little late lunch in the barn. Literally could not have asked for a more perfect end to a perfect day. And that was my day.
We're Black Equestrians. Of course we make friends on Instagram and then all ride at the same barn.
Equestrians. Of course everyone thinks we're the same person when we're in the same venue together.
We're not the same! That's a little racist.
We're Black Equestrians. Of course our family thinks the horse's forelock is the bang-ang.
Not the bang-ang! We're Black Equestrians. Of course everyone thinks that we're grooms or the help at the shows.
Wait, you ride? Equestrians. Of course people say we match our horses when they're bays. We're Black Equestrians. Of course people assume we know how to braid our horses' manes.
Wow, what a concept. We're Black Equestrians. Of course people are always like, I didn't know black people rode.
We're Black Equestrians. Of course boys ask us what else we ride.
No, you can't say it.
Why? Why can't we say it? Oh, shit.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Life's a bitch and then you die, right?
Sometimes. Sometimes life's a bitch and then you keep living.
Yeah.
But it's a nice night, huh?
Yeah. This is nice.
4 months ago, I moved on to a horse ranch, and here's how it's going. This is Black Girl Tries, where I'm black, my last name is black, and I be trying new things. Naturally, when I moved onto the ranch, I had one specific goal: to ride a horse. And my extra ass didn't just want to ride a horse, but I wanted to understand horse behavior. I wanted to become a horse girly. By the time I was done, I wanted to be able to speak. But would you believe it if I told you that it's been 4 months taking care of these babies and I have yet to ride? The thing you have to understand about my ranch is that it's a horse rescue, so a lot of the animals that come here have a lot of trauma and daddy issues. So just to be able to ride, you damn near have to be a horse trainer. So girly, I've been patient. I've been waking up every morning at 5:30, getting dressed to go outside and shovel horse shit, rain or shine. But for some reason, I woke up today and I said, I'm gonna ride a horse today. And let me tell you, I manifested that shit.
So I decided to go to Cloverland Ranch, which is like 20 minutes south of Atlanta.
The instructors were so nice. The horses were so chill.
Like, I really feel like I was on an episode of Hannah Montana.
Luckily, nobody fell off their horse, but y'all, I kept going off track because my horse was hungry. Like, she was eating everything.
But not too much on Styles, y'all, because if she got a big back, I got a big back too.
You're the last to know. I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I paint the town red. Bitch, I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. I let all that get to my head. I don't care, I paint the town red. She the devil, she a bad little bitch, she a rebel. She put her foot to the pedal. It'll take a whole lot for me to settle. She the devil, she a bad little bitch, she a rebel. She put her foot to the pedal.
Come horse riding with me. This is lesson 26. And I'm riding Ella again. Here's me with a whole whip in my hand and trying to kick her into trot instead of just giving her a tap. I forget, she's not one of them horses that will move just because you're holding the whip. You actually need to use it on her. She needs all the encouragement she can get. Now, I've been riding for over 8 months at this point, which makes me a seasoned professional, of course. So I'd been getting used to the pain in my legs, thinking, it can't get any worse than this. Surely not. But since consistently riding Ella, who is the widest horse we have at the stables, by the way, this was the first lesson. I came very close to asking my trainer if we could just, take a couple minutes, break, because my legs, I couldn't. But then I thought about how pathetic I would feel doing that. And I also have this feeling that Ella would be laughing at me. I don't know why, it might be a bit unreasonable, but that's how my mind works. So I thought, let me just firm it and pretend I'm okay. For those that don't know, the wider your horse is, the more leg pain you'll experience, as I'm finding out now. Doing some canter work on the lunge, first attempt. Ella is not an easy horse to ride. She throws her head about, which makes the reins slip through your fingers. She doesn't move unless you make her move. She'll cut across the track unless you make her stick to it. She does her own thing, basically. I see comments of people telling me it's harder for me learning with a difficult horse and how it would be so much easier if I was riding a more forward horse, but I have to disagree. I think when you ride a very forward horse who just shoots off regardless of what you do or don't do, it makes you think you're the perfect rider and you have nothing to work on. Basically, it puts you in a state of delusion, I think, and then it's dangerous because you then go to ride a difficult horse and all of a sudden you want to quit because you can't get them to move and you're mad at yourself and all this stuff. Whereas when you have a horse who isn't doing what you want them to do, you've got to be firm, you've got to be clear, you have to be specific with exactly what you're doing, which then forces you to learn what your shortcomings are and work on them. Obviously, I've not got it all figured out yet, so don't come for me. I'm just saying I'm grateful for Ella and every other difficult horse that I ride. Third attempt, I'm trying to work on my breathing whilst engaging my core. I want to know the best breathing pattern. It sounds silly, but I always think, do I do quick short breaths or do I do long deep breaths? If you figured that out for yourself, please let me know which one works best for you. I know you just saw my hands doing the most. My trainer was like, focus on your hands, focus on your hands. And as soon as he said that, look at the difference. See, I can do it when I actually focus on all 65 things at once. Fourth and final attempt, solid in my opinion. I always get it by the final go. Also guys, my stirrups. I didn't want to have to say this again, but for anyone who's new here, please take a quick look at where my knee is positioned in the saddle before you tell me I need to shorten my stirrups, okay? Clearly, shortening them will bring my knee out of the saddle completely, which is not supposed to happen. I know you guys are only trying to help. I really appreciate it, but I'm not going to shorten them ever. Well, not unless my trainer says so. And also, my legs are long as hell. I'm 3/4 legs, so why would I need short stirrups? What I do need to work on, however, is dropping my weight down into my heels, which will keep me stable and stop me losing my stirrups. I'm really struggling with that right now, which is why you've not seen me do it yet, but I've got plenty of time, and same with everything else I've improved on. I'll get there. That's the end of my lesson. Thank you guys for your encouragement and support always. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye.